When I turned down Yale to come to New College, everyone I knew looked at me like I was a lunatic. I mean, it makes sense, right? I was turning down one of the most prestigious schools in the world to attend a tiny public liberal arts school in Florida. I'm from Minnesota, so no one there had ever even heard of New College. I was supported, of course, but most people just didn't quite understand why in the world I would do such a thing. So I'm here today to tell you that why. I knew the kind of education that New College would give me, and I knew that coming here was the chance of a lifetime. At a huge Ivy League school, I would never have gotten the relationships that I have with professors here, the endless research opportunities, the personalized learning, or the focus on growth rather than letter grades. I came here for the immense academic freedom and for my incredibly driven peers. During my 2 years here, I've become co-captain of the mock trial team, student government admissions representative, and a member of several committees. I help to plan the first-year seminars for the incoming students each year, and I'm currently helping to plan the fall orientation. I have the privilege of helping my peers to bolster their skills by working in the Student Success Center, and I've recently started giving tours here in admissions as well. On top of that, I found my passion here. I'm studying psychology with the goal of becoming a Montessori teacher, and New College education has been integral to finding and developing that goal. I've designed my own projects, interviewed preschool teachers, taken a cross-registration course, and I'm currently planning for an internship with a Montessori school because of connections my advisor helped me to make. But ultimately, I decided to come to New College because I got a card in the mail from Nicole Gelfert telling me that I had been selected as a Skestos Scholar. That was the tipping point. I really wanted to come, but it was just a little too expensive. As soon as I got that card, I put down my deposit right that second, and here I am, nearly 2 years later. If you aren't familiar with the Skestos Scholars Program, I'll start with this. It's amazing. The program is a 4-year leadership program generously funded by Mr. and Mrs. Skestos, for which up to 10 students are chosen each year. We engage in team and community building activities and do lots of volunteer work, although COVID has unfortunately gotten in the way of that a little bit. It's a fairly new program. I was actually in the very first group of Skestos scholars. Because of the Skestos program, I was able to spend my first year here learning about leadership, setting goals for my future, volunteering with organizations like Streets of Paradise, and getting to know the other Skestos scholars who have become some of my favorite people here at New College. This experience and this scholarship are absolutely invaluable to me, and they've been essential to my success here. But that's enough about me. There are actually a few other people I'd like to help you get to know. The first is my roommate and close friend who is also a Skestos scholar. She came here all the way from Maine to pursue her passion, marine biology. She's been working with Dr. Toro Farmer on field research about the bay's water quality and phytoplankton content, and was even the very first person to use the new FlowCam microscope. She's been offered a summer job continuing her research, and eventually she hopes to turn it into her career. I just think that's incredible. Through the education we receive, New College has helped her to explore her passion and engage in essential research about our local ecosystems. Another friend of mine was the first ever recipient of the Archimedes Scholarship here at New College, which is a full-ride scholarship given to one STEM student each year, funded by Mr. and Mrs. Economos. He did dual enrollment, graduated high school at 17, and is studying applied mathematics and biology. He also just so happens to be the only person I know of who has gotten an REU, a highly competitive summer research opportunity funded by the National Science Foundation, as a first-year student. And I found out the other day that he got another one for this summer. He's incredibly passionate and driven, and he hopes to go on to combine his interests in graduate school. He wouldn't have received such an amazing education and had so many opportunities to explore his interests without that scholarship. In fact, he actually came here thinking that he wanted to be a doctor. Finally, I'll tell you about someone who has become a close friend of mine. He attends New College on several scholarships, including the recently created Barancic Scholarship, funded by the Barancik Foundation. He's a third-year student studying applied mathematics and statistics. He was a summer 2020 intern in the Harvard and Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics, currently serves as an intern at that center studying the distribution of solar flares, and this summer he will be working at the NASA Goddard Space Flight Center on the Hubble Space Telescope team, studying star formations. Beyond that, he runs our campus economics club, works as a statistics tutor, and actually recently started a new astronomy club on campus. This research that he's doing, though, could fundamentally change the way scientists approach solar flares, and it's coming from one of our very own students. So, what I want you to get from these stories is this. New College provides an extraordinary opportunity for students to explore their passions, make connections, and set themselves up for future success through all kinds of research opportunities and community outreach. This part sounds a little bit cliche, but it also changes you. I came to my first year orientation thinking that I was going to be a lawyer. But through the development of my projects and my interests, I realized that working with children is my passion, and I was able to seamlessly transition into a different field of study with the complete support of my advisor and my professors. I know so many other students who have had similar experiences. Those students I told you about today, they're not the exception, they're the norm. I will say that this kind of educational freedom can be a little bit daunting at first. When I learned about the contract system, the need to design your own independent study projects every January, and the thesis as a prospective student in high school, I was terrified. But I was also so excited, and that's how I knew that this education would be the best possible thing for me. There is so much freedom here, so much room to explore your passions and create your own path. New College students don't come here and we don't learn because we have to. We learn because we love what we're pursuing. That freedom provides the opportunities my peers have received to research solar flares, study phytoplankton, and explore a career in mathematical modeling of biological systems. It has given me a way to pursue Montessori education. It has given another friend of mine the ability to create their very own major, neurodiversity studies. I've said this before, and I will continue to say it forever. This education changes you. At the end of my first year, I looked back and realized that I was a completely different person from the girl who showed up here on the first day of school in August. Nearly everyone I know has said something similar. At the end of the day, that's what New College does. It provides transformative experiences and personal growth in ways that many of us probably could have never imagined before setting foot on campus. There are hundreds of students at New College right this second who will go on to do amazing things, and many of them could not have accomplished this without the scholarships funded by you. There are thousands more students out there who will come to New College and find themselves changed for the better, with so much autonomy and power over their educational experiences. That is what your donations fund. They fund the experience of a lifetime and personal and educational transformation that will never be forgotten. There's been a lot of discussion about the value of a liberal arts education in recent years. So I hope that these little anecdotes I've shared with you today have helped you to understand how immensely valuable this place is for our students. There really is nothing quite like a New College education. Together, we can help New College to grow and set an example for how to educate the next generation of students. So, I want to take this opportunity to express my gratitude for everything that you've done for us and everything that you will continue to do. On behalf of the students I've told you about today, myself, and so many others, thank you.